love about ELEV8 is this is a way that I like to start my day. And whether you start it in the morning or 10 o'clock at noon, you know, it's a great flooding of the body with nutrition. There are 4.5 servings of superfoods. And so it's really important that you understand what a superfood is as opposed to a non-superfood. The amount of trace minerals that are in those foods, it covers off the spectrum, right? The vitamins and minerals that are in there, it covers off the spectrum, but it's also 4.5 servings. If you had 4.5 servings of fruit, for example, in the morning, you probably overload your blood sugar levels and your insulin would start to go up and all those kinds of things. So to know that you can get this assurance into your day, the first thing when you start it, that right there is powerful. And just, I didn't do a slide for this one, but you know that you have Greatkids. That's what Greatkids is, right? It's just those 4.5 servings of all those superfoods. It's one of them is great for kids, 2 of them is great for adults. I use both ELEV8 and Greatkids. ELEV8 is a daily thing for me. Greatkids is what I use to pick me up in the afternoon. There's no caffeine in there, so I just add it to my water. And there's something about the bioavailability of these products. A lot of supplements, when you buy them from the store, they are not whole foods. They are made with heat. They're actually pressed into hard little pellets. They often have a coating around them, and your body does not break them down. And I have friends who are in the business of, say, porta potties. So you have a major event, they bring out their trailers of all that nice stuff. When they go and clean that out, and I've had them tell me this because I'm a person who loves dietary supplementation, they talk about these pellets that they wash out of those porta potties, just tons of them that they're washing out. That is from the daily vitamins that most people grab from their grocery store that are not bioavailable to their bodies. And so this kind of food, this kind of production, it is bioavailable. Your body does absorb it and it knows what to do with it. So that's a great thing about ELEV8. I also like the nootropic blend. Nootropics are what improve your brain chemistry. And so what you need are things in the daytime, in the morning part, to fire up your brain, to actually get it alert, give you energy, give you that mental clarity, focus, and drive to hit the day and want to actually get things done. As you age, that gets more and more difficult to do. But even people in their 30s who probably still feel really good, we know when we do from the evidence of brain scans that there is a lot of brain inflammation in the brain based on the stress of our lives, the toxins in our environment, the caffeinated beverages that everybody overconsumes. This is not making us healthy. It's making us ill. And brain inflammation, if left unchecked, absolutely leads to disease, whether it's the early onset of an autoimmune disease, such as Parkinson's or something like that. Brain inflammation is a very serious aspect of wellness. And we need to be doing what we can to minimize brain inflammation. And so the nootropics that are in here really help your brain to function better. The neurons that fire and send out messages, those messages often as you age just end up going away. They end up not arriving at the destination, and we have to fire more and more. And so we get slower in our expression of what we're trying to say and do. It's not that we don't understand, it's just that our ability to communicate it slows down. So we need to be having these healthy nootropics at this part of the day to help our brain function better. And then there's herbal adaptogens in this blend that there are actually pharmaceutical studies being done now, and it's moving into the pharmaceutical industry. The nutraceutical and pharmaceutical industry are really starting to blend as biochemists look for less what's invasive ways to manage symptoms and to deal with some of the problems we face. Because when you start looking into the pharmaceutical world only, there are a lot of side effects too, and then they can be quite damaging to a lot of the things that people put in their body. So herbal adaptogens really help your body deal with stress. They protect cells, and they really help mitigate or minimize the impact of stress on your cells, because stress is a killer that leads to things like heart disease and other issues that end life prematurely. There's also energy piece to this, and it's the green coffee bean. There is L-theanine for promoting weight loss. And this is an antioxidant. This is not like the caffeine that you get at the drive-through. And I've heard a lot of people say to me, well, I like my coffee, I don't need caffeine, I've already taken care of that. It's not the same thing. Yes, caffeine has an addictive part to it. It actually is something where you require more and more caffeine to get the same hit. So when you consume this and then you consume coffee, you can run into some problems in how that works in your body and how it's all metabolized. Tips for taking ELEV8: I would encourage most people not to take it on an empty stomach. So therefore, I don't take it just at 6 o'clock in the morning. I take mine around 10 after I've had a small breakfast. And then I also take it with a really healthy, fat, clean, high protein snack. And everybody sees my picture of avocados and berries and nuts and hemp hearts and things like that. Because what that does is it prevents the rapid absorption and spike from the caffeine on my body. So it moves the jitters away. It actually gives me more sustained energy when I combine it with those kinds of healthy fats. So that's just a tip on using it. But if you are having to share with somebody, what is ELEV8 for? Well, just look at that little phrase that's up there. ELEV8 can help you perform mentally and physically at high level without brain fog, moodiness, or other negative side effects that sugary over-caffeinated drinks have. And you might also drop in there, plus it also has that, that caffeine part, that thermogenic, that can also assist with weight loss. So that's ELEV8.